and welcome to Sling Pain Gaming, hosted by Recon Specialist TV. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Padre.
We are going to try the trifecta. We're going to try to unbox all of the things at once. Not at once, but we're going to go through them because we've got the points, we've got the ships, we've got what upgrades they come with, we've got the cards, we've got all the packs ready to go. So let's take a look at some ships. That's usually where we start.
Shall we?
Yeah, right away we've got Hera in a B-wing, but it is.
And look at how nicely it's spinning around there.
I know, and a nice close-up of it too. So this is the prototype B-wing. It comes in a nice. I don't know what you're a color expert. What color do you call this?
Crimson.
Crimson red, and damn, it is good. So I mean, you were just asking just before we pressed record. Does this thing like rotate? Yeah, it spins everywhere. So not only does it spin on the axis right here, it also spins. There you go. It spins the cockpit up here, so it rotates that way, and then also the wings fold down as well. So it's the total package. So you can fly it sideways like this, which let me tell you, it's pretty intimidating on the table. I'm not gonna lie, because it's not what you're used to seeing.
Well, and it's thematically correct.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, our first B-wings didn't do any of this stuff.
No, definitely not. And that's what's like funny. I was painting this thing. All I need to do is add the little dots right here, and then all of a sudden that's when they dropped this thing, and I was like,
yeah,
oh, AMG, damn it, because they were the ones that dropped it. So, yeah, I'm gonna tell you,
it's all their fault.
It is. I'm gonna tell you, it's like all the detail is there. It's got all the lines in the right places. It's got beautiful, like even when it comes around here, the pink motor or engine here, like they're nice and lit up. Oh, I got to tell you, this thing's beautiful up front or up close.
Yep.
And then you open the wings, and it's got, like they're really getting just better and better because you even can see. I'll try to rotate it here. It's got some wash right there to make it look a little bit worn, even though this thing is supposed to be a brand new prototype. It definitely has some wear and tear. This thing was pieced together in a lab, and it came with a bunch of other upgrades and stuff like that. So you definitely can see where they added a little bit of touch up and a little bit of extra color in it. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to use it on the table.
Panel lines are fantastic. The panel lines are great. It's a fine looking ship.
Like home run FFG, AMG, or whatever.
EIO.
Home run. All right. Here is
that sexy little job.
Here is your A-wing. Don't worry, we're gonna get some top shots as well. But I wanted you guys to see the engines, that like neon yellow and green glow. Oh, and I have another A-wing around here somewhere. It is nowhere near as detailed as this. Like this is above and beyond because this is the Phoenix Squadron. And then here's the top. Oh, look at that. Just
it's clean. Good mold.
Oh,
Very
absolutely good mold. And I love the brown with the yellow and the green. That's such a good color palette. And here, we'll even look at the bottom of the ship too. Yeah, you got your little, look at that. See the nice little fades right here, just like on Boba Fett's ship. They went in there with the detail there, and a nice wash down here, and then the brown is nice and faded too. Jeepers creepers, you guys are getting good. I've seen, well, actually, here, let me lower the peg on this. I've seen some customized work. This right out of the box is absolutely phenomenal. I like.
Yeah, it looks great.
How do you get any better than this? Honestly, I mean, we just did the Street Fighter. That was good. This is just as, it makes me just as giddy. And like you could see even on the insides, like, yeah, look at all the sides, because when it comes around here, you're going to see the inside engine workings and the blasters, like where they connect. Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Yeah. So whoever they got doing production on this have stepped up their game from, first edition and even early second edition. I mean, now that
Now they're gonna
they're
make me.
color palettes, they're really, really doing wonderful, wonderful work.
They're gonna make me. I want to check. I want to compare and contrast. I'm almost positive it's the same mold. Oh yeah, nothing like the paint job though. Yeah. So here's an old one. Here's a new one. Like, they did an okay job in the originals. They worked with what they got. But I mean, just from the back, like, look at that. The engine work.
Vast difference between the two on the paint work.
Yeah, like, you can definitely tell it's a different shade of gray. Oh, wow. Home run, guys. Absolute home run. Wow. You know what? We'll see if we can leave that up there for now. We're going to go through some of the cards because we now have points. Huh? Move it back? I don't want to move it back. I want everyone to get down and dirty on that thing.
There, now they can see everything. You were cutting it off.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. You know, we'll move it over. We'll move it over so you guys can keep watching it. All right. First up, we've got Hera in the B-Wing. Let me get it.
Yeah.
So, her ability, while another friendly ship at range 1 to 2 defends or performs an attack, you may transfer one of your focus tokens, evades, or locks to that ship. So, that has been fact or ratted or whatever, so that can happen whenever you feel like it during the attack.
Well, at first, you could do it whenever, and then it was said that you couldn't do it whenever, and now we're back to, then you can do it forever.
Yeah, you can do it whenever.
And so, like, right now, you can do it whenever.
Yep. So anytime that someone is declared a defender, so right when they start to, you say, all right, I'm going to shoot at that ship. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to transfer a token. And the same thing when you're defending and everything has happened and you're like, okay, let me see my dice rolls. Okay, I'm going to take that evade from her and put it over on this ship and then just get a free evade. And also it can help trigger abilities, like, because Essage, he lets you share the focus, but he doesn't actually let you trigger things when you have or can spend a focus from your ship. So it's really tricky. Yeah, I think she's a great addition. Of course, she also comes in the A-Wing. We'll get into, a little tips and tricks later. But right now she is at 55 points, and she is not, I repeat, not hyperspace legal.
Yes, because.
Just because. I don't know why. But
because wonderful things she does.
Well, actually, that's a good point. So, next up, we've got Netrum Pollard. You want to read that one? Do you know that one?
After you barrel roll, you may choose one friendly ship that is not stressed at range 0 to 1. That ship gains 1 stress token. Then you rotate 180 degrees.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty absolutely incredible for an I3. So, well, again, he is a whopping 46 points. So he's only 4 more points than your blue veteran, which you get one of those in the pack. You get a nice blue veteran. And you get the added initiative and then the added ability as well. You also get another blade squadron.
Yeah, because you can never have enough blades.
Exactly. Oh, I said that wrong. Yeah, the blade squadron, not the... I put up the blue squadron. Blue squadron's 41 points. Also, Pollard, not hyperspace legal. So you can't take him in hyperspace yet.
But you can take him in extended, and you can certainly play with him in epic.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what AMG wants to do in the future. But I'm excited about this particular ship because of what it can do later on, what upgrades it comes with, what we're going to talk about right now. No one ever goes over the quick builds. There's a lot of quick builds in here. You know what? Let's go. We'll do it. We'll go over Netrum Pollard. So he comes with Debris Gamblet, Stabilized S-Foils, and Auto Blaster for 2 threat. Not too horrible. Hera in the B-Wing. She comes with a B6 wing prototype.
Nice.
That's interesting. It gives her that. So, yeah, in your quick build matches, you could take the prototype that lets you shoot like a crazy person.
Yes.
That's, I'm not going to lie, that's absolutely amazing. I would love to try a quick build with that attached and not have it an epic match. Passive sensors, Sabine Wren, and the Deadeye shot for 3 threat. That's pretty good for 3 threat.
It's right in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I mean, it's an I6, so it, oof, wow. I wonder if we're going to have to change our threat level scales. Well, let's look at the B-Wing blade prototype. It adds a gunner slot. Here, let me move over, Hera. Let me move you backwards. There we go. The B-Wing prototype. It adds the gunner slot. This is for Epic, so it comes with not the configuration. You know what it is. And the title is Attack. Need a target lock. Gain an ion token to perform this attack. If this attack hits, the defender suffers 1 additional hit and crit damage for each matching uncanceled result after the first use. So someone clarified that for me in chat as well. So it's not if you rolled 3 hits, you add 3 hits. It's you add 2 hits because you can't. It says after the first uncanceled result. So it still could be 5 attack dice potentially, which is pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah.
If you shoot at
It's
something
enough to wipe out something.
yeah, if you shoot something with like almost no defense dice whatsoever, range 2 to 4, 3 attack dice. So that card, if I'm not mistaken, it is 12 points.
Wow.
12 points. Oh, man. I still say that's worth it. I'm not going to lie, because you can do static discharge vanes to get rid of that ion immediately. Just park it next to an epic-based ship and just keep firing that son of a gun. Especially if you can fire twice a turn, which you can in the B-Wing. You could be so cheeky with it. It's crazy. It's going to be a very interesting ship for Epic. All right. Other things that come in the pack, you've got your Deadeye shot, so you get another copy of that. Debris Gambit, you don't see much of that card. I really wish you would. It's a good card, because you just need to be near an obstacle, and you get basically a free evade action on your ship. You'd think you'd see it. Oh, baby. Okay. Yeah. 3 hopefuls. Go FFG.
Ooh.
Incredible.
AMG.
AMG. Well, I don't know what to do. We're stuck in between. We're stuck at the airport. We don't know what to do.
They said it's going to be a year of their labeling, but it is AMG.
Yeah, exactly.
It's AMG all the way now. So we might as well get used to saying it.
Oh, speaking of hopeful, I mean, let's. Sorry, I love you, Hera, but we gotta look into some of these A-Wing pilots as well, because we are going a little out of order. I did want to look at the epics though. I just saw 3 hopeful, and I was like, whoa, you got to be kidding me. Okay, this comes with a lot of A-Wings. First up, of course, Hera. I6, she is in the A-Wing. She was, I think, just the right amount of points, because everyone was saying that she's going to be like plus. She's 49.
49 points.
And to give you some perspective, Jake Farrell is 34. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Ashoka. I'm sorry. 42. I can read people, I swear. So I'm sorry. Hera, because I kept saying Ahsoka, is 42. I can edit that out, I swear. So she's 42. To give you, again, perspective, 34 for Jake, I4. She is I6 at 42, and her ability is exactly the same. Can transfer a token after somebody becomes an attacker or defender.
See, it's good that they're keeping it consistent.
Yeah. Well, $1 million question. Is it legal? Yes. 100%. Hyperspace and extended. Legal. Can take it. I don't know why they thought the B-Wing wouldn't be hyperspace ready, but what can you do?
Well, because somebody decided.
It is decided. This one, which I read first, Ahsoka Tano, is after you fully execute a maneuver, you may choose a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 and spend 2 force. That ship may perform an action even while stressed. 49 points for Ahsoka. Go ahead.
No, no, I'm not disagreeing, and I'm like, okay, I can see it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, an I-5 Jedi with 7 more points than Ahsoka. The ability, everyone's saying they don't like the ability because guess what? They're used to it in the Republic, so they want it to be the same in the Rebels. No, she doesn't have to be. I
No,
still, I still think this ability is freaking amazing for what it can do. And then also, boom, 3 Force. She gets 3 Force
three force.
for an A-wing. She, because we need to know, she comes with 2 Force slots, a missile, and then a configuration.
Well, is it 2 or 3?
Well, she comes with 2 Force slots, so she can take 2 Force upgrades if she really wants to.
Oh, okay. Which is wow.
She can take 2 Force upgrades, so she could take heightened perception and extreme maneuvers. So she can shoot at I-7 if she really wants to, and then on top of that, her boosts can be basically a 90-degree turn.
Yeah, which is not.
Which is
That's not.
little
That's okay.
little unheard of for an A-wing, unless you throw Daredevil. But we all know that that is a red maneuver for these guys. But I mean, we're gonna go over the configuration. Daredevil might just become a thing again with these A-wings. We'll get into that. I think 49 points is perfect with her. The upgrades are pretty crazy. All right, next up, Shara Bay. While you defend or perform a primary attack, you may spend 1 lock you have on the enemy ship to add 1 focus result to your dice results. She is coming in at a strong 32 points. She is legal in hyperspace and extended. And of course, she comes with 2 elite slots. So,
Which is very nice.
I mean, you can do all the silly things with her, especially when you're taking Ahsoka or any other rebel, for that matter. I don't
You
know.
need him up a little bit if you want him to hang out with Ahsoka.
Yeah, exactly. But the rebels are known for passing away focus. So if she doesn't have to take a focus, she can take the lock. Then you know that her ability is going to trigger most times. So she's great. She's an I-4, so she's right in the middle of the pack. She can queue up with Jake, and Jake likes to pass that focus. So, yeah,
Because he's a giver.
he is a giver, 100%. And that's the thing. She's 2 more points cheaper than Jake.
Yeah.
And it's not primary arc, so it's also while you defend or perform an attack. So if she shoots out the back, she can still trigger this ability. So there's no downside to her, really.
Excellent.
Yeah, absolutely amazing card for that amount of points.
Nice solid card at 32 points.
Yeah. Next up, Mr. Wedge Antilles. We all know Wedge.
Wedge?
Wedge.
Wedge? Who's Wedge? Wedge?
Oh, Wedge salad.
Never heard of
you read his ability.
Wedge Antilles. While you perform a primary attack, if the defender's in your primary front arc, the defender rolls 1 fewer defense die. And of course, you still got vectored thrusters, which is after you perform an action, you may perform a red boost action.
Yeah. I mean, so
And I-5, or pardon me, an I-4.
it's
Mm,
I think he's just going to be one of those ships that you just take.
I think so too. Especially, there are some people out there that like to fly nothing but A-wings.
Yeah.
And so far, this is shaping up to be, if you wanted to take just A-wings, you could have a hellacious list here.
Yeah, so he's at 35, so he's 1 more than Jake, and I think rightfully so. People are saying he's not as good with his ability. I think he's just freaking fine, because you don't have to take the configuration when you just take him, and then you take other ships with him that are not A-wings. So that's the funny part about him is, would you take this or an X-wing? It's like, well, of course the X-wing, it's got more attack power and a little more health. But this thing is one of those sacrificial, points thing to where you're like, you know what? I really need more points elsewhere. I still want Wedge in my list. How about I just take him in the A-Wing instead?
Right.
and he's just as. I think he would be just as effective, especially if you give him either Predator or you take Jyn Erso, so she can just boost his ability back up to 3 attack dice, and he's again right in the middle of the pack, I4. When you have a lot of I4s, which we know, they're a lot to deal with because you just can't track them all down, especially when they're flying all over the place. So, yeah, you should be seeing a lot of him. All right, Derek Clivian. This one is hobby, not that hobby, a different hobby. After you acquire or spend a lock, you may remove 1 red token from yourself. He's not a giver; he's a taker.
Yes.
And then he gets rid of it. 30 points for an I3. He does have the 2 elites, and he is hyperspace legal. That's the thing. There are so many combinations with this. You can make him whatever the hell you want to do. Really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's, he's probably going to do a red maneuver. Nope, just doing a normal one. I still get my lock, though, and then if for some reason I get stressed, or, any red token for that matter, I can just get rid of it. So if you, don't quote, strain, deplete, I think ions are red, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So if he ever gets ionized, he can get rid of that. Like,
right.
Wow. It doesn't have to be to where he does something to where he's stressed out. Everyone's going to see that thing that says red token and be like immediately stressed. No, he can remove any red token. That's dangerous. I like it. I really do. I wish it was a range 0 to 1 thing, but no, it's only him. What do you think?
I'm ambivalent to him. I'm not overly impressed, and I'm not under impressed. He's just he's literally he's just like there. He's at the top end of the bottom.
That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah, he's going to be one of those deep thought cards. You're going to have to think of multiple situations to where he can get out of and make it work. You can't just take him and be like, you know what? If I'm ever in the mood for a target lock, it's like, no, you're going to have to figure out how to get him a target lock one way or another.
Yeah. So, like I say, that's all.
Well, see, that's for the people at home. Robert's not one of those deep, figure it out while I'm playing and screw with my opponent and be cheeky and all that jazz. It's more on the line of, I like to shoot things. I like to take focus actions. I like to maneuver my way around my opponent. This is good. This is good for those players that like to think in the 4th dimension. So,
and that is so not me.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I'm very 2nd dimension.
Yeah. All right. This one, I'm not disappointed in her ability. They did explain it away. Sabine Wren, 37 points, both legal, both elite slots, and, the missile and the configuration. You want to read that one?
Sure. While you defend or perform an attack, if the attack range is 1 and you are in the enemy ship's primary arc, you may change one of your results to an evade or a hit result. And of course, vectored thrusters.
Of course, vectored thrusters. What does that scream out to you?
Very positional. And you have to be up close and in person. And that I don't like to get that up close and personal.
Can you think of any other ship that does exactly this thing? So the Fang Fighter, Fenrau, Ultra.
Okay.
Yeah, now
Okay.
That's what they explained. Yeah. Because she's Mandalorian, she should have the Mandalorian. I mean, this is what's funny. This ability is basically Fearless and the Fang Fighter's chassis ability, because those were straight up jousters. They just decided to give her both, basically Fearless and the Fang Fighter ability.
Right.
In an A-Wing.
Yeah. Okay. I see where they went, and yeah, I like the Mandalorian nod.
Yeah,
I
she's
really,
gonna.
you know, because she is, she's a pretty badass Mandalorian at that.
Yeah,
So yeah, yeah, I can see it, but I still, uh, once again, positional range one places I don't want to be because I fly bombers.
this is gonna. I know the numbers stay with it because the Fang fighters love being at range 1, but getting her at range 1 at I3, this is more of a
Is
oops instead of a strategic move. I mean, yeah, you could pilot her in there. You can get a range 1 of something. I don't know if you'd want
yeah,
to.
I wouldn't,
But in
but okay.
that one case to where all of a sudden, I'm not going to say Vader because Vader would probably mop her up, but certain ships that are going to all of a sudden, yeah, like Boba Fett. If all of a sudden Boba Fett just boinked right in front of her at range 1, you're like, okay, he's got the rerolls, the focus, but I'm focused. I'm going to get that free evade. So even with his rerolls, I shouldn't be taking any. I should be fine. And guess what? I'm probably not going to do any damage to him, but that's a shot. That's a shot I can take. That's the shot that's not going to kill her, and it's going to absorb some damage that Boba Fett easily could be putting elsewhere. So,
Ho-
huh?
Hopefully,
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully. And then you blank out, and there's no heroic in Rebels, and you get that one evade and feel bad.
yeah, we get one evade
The two
because
green
if
squadrons.
you would be able to switch it to an evade.
Oh wait, there's 2 Phoenix. I was about to say they better put a Phoenix squadron in there. 2 Phoenixes. It's a Phoenix pack for crying out loud. And last but not least, because I'm so excited. Oops, I just dropped it. I'm so excited to play test this because this is the Phoenix Squadron upgrade. At the start of the planning phase, one of your wingmates that is docked with you may join your wing without gaining stress tokens. While you or your attack shuttle wingmate or the Sheathpeed class wingmate defend, up to 2 of your RZA, I'm like moving closer as I go, wingmates in the attack arc may each suffer 1 hit or crit damage to cancel the matching result. Wow. You can fly that sucker next to some A-wings. On the other side, this is the setup phase. Equip this. You are the wing leader. Your wingmates must be 2 to 5 of the following: an attack shuttle, a Sheathpeed, or an A-wing. You can mix and match, which is incredible. While you're placed,
Yeah.
flip this, or after you're placed, flip this card, so then you flip it over. This is what people were looking for. I'm interested, but I don't see anything, which really bummed me out. How I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you can set up a large base ship with these things, which is very interesting. I'm assuming they're going to have it. Which wait a minute, let me read this again. Your wingmates, yeah, see, wing leader setup, and this goes on the VCX. They don't show an example of how it does it. I didn't see one.
Yeah, because there's not a template that's like that.
So this is what comes in the pack. I really wish they would have shown a picture of how to set that up. Yeah, move together in formation. The wing leader is the ship in the, wingmate. But it's not a wing leader. If it breaks from its wing, mixed wings. Large type. Use the mini wing tool to align the wingmate's center lines with the center lines of the wing leader or another wingmate as follows. So they tell you, I mean, it is right here. It says mixed wings.
Right.
And I'll try to get in here. Hold on. Let me move this out of the way. Sorry. So mixed wings. It does tell you, but I wanted a picture, goddammit.
You're not getting one.
No, I wanted a picture. How am I supposed to set it up? I'm a Friendlies guy, and for those of you who don't live around here, Friendlies is basically an ice cream joint, old school malt shop. That's pictures on the menu. It makes it you just point. You don't have to read. You can just point at the pictures. That's what I wanted.
Unless you're blind.
Unless you're blind. Oh man. All right. My biggest disappointment, heroic is 1 point. Why am I disappointed? Because it should be more than that. But we'll see. We'll see what people bring to the table. And then it'll probably get bumped up to 2 points. At least that's my prediction. Was hopeful hyperspace legal, I think. Yes, it was, because I'm already going to take, I believe my Z95s, were those hyperspace legal? Because I never play hyperspace. Nor, I mean, even after I find out that if they're, okay, they're not hyperspace legal. But you want to read hopeful?
Sure. After another friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, if that ship is limited or has the hopeful upgrade, you may perform a focus or a boost action.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
So, somebody gets killed, here, have a focus. Somebody gets killed and somebody's getting ready to shoot you and you can boost out of their arc, do that.
Yeah.
You may have another shot at somebody else. If you were able to boost in, use that. You want to have to fire, you need an extra. Hey, have that.
Yeah.
You can never have enough focus.
You just get all the things. Like, for Rebels, that's pretty good. I don't know why this is not on the paper. I know it's 1 point. I just want to see if it's hyperspace legal, and for some reason, it's not on any of the pieces of paper that I printed out. What the heck? What is going on here? Oh, well, I know it's 1 point. But you get 3 of those in the pack. Cheers, FFG. Thank you for that. So if you need 6 or 8, like I'm going to,
Right.
you might have to buy a couple extra. All right. We've got the Marg Sabel closure, which is interesting. I know this is for any ship, but it's after you fully execute a maneuver, if you move through an obstacle or huge ship or structure, you choose an enemy ship in your arc, range 1 to 2. If they gain a strain, get 2 of those. You get Saturation Salvo, which is not a bad one.
No.
2 Starboard Slashes. So after you execute a maneuver, if you overlap a ship, you basically give them a strain. This is also interesting. It comes with Y-wing upgrades. I like it. There's no Y-wings in the box. Thanks, FFG.
But you may have Y-wings. Sure.
Yeah.
Unless it was one of those, oh, you know what? We need to really get a couple more cards to make this worth the money that we're charging.
I have no idea. So yeah, you can have that one if you really want to. Let me double check on the points because it is just Y-wings here. So this one is 2 points. You want to read that one?
Sure. You can perform special attacks even while at range 0 of an asteroid. While you defend, if you are at range 0 of an obstacle, attack dice cannot be re-rolled. You're going to be able to get your special attack, but you're not going to be able to re-roll squad.
Yeah.
So you better hope that your dice are feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, you can, spend your focus. That's still an option.
Right. You can modify. You just cannot re-roll.
Exactly. So it's
I
gonna
should
be-
have said that. But
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
But it's going to be one of those things. You land on a rock on purpose because your opponent doesn't expect it. You still fire off your munitions and hit them hard. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see it play out. I don't know if people are going to be as good as they think because I'm going to see that upgrade and be like, oh, okay, he's just going to one forward onto a rock and try to proton, torpedoes me or plasma torpedoes me. Let me just make sure I get out of the way. And if by some chance you went around the rock, that's easy to, anticipate as well. So
Right.
It's going to be interesting. I want to wait to see some people trigger it, see if it's any good. All right, extreme maneuvers. You get one of those because you do get a force user. A nice instinctive aim. You get patience, which is light side. You get your nice sense, which I like this card. Passive sensors. Ooh, that's nice. Auto
Yes.
blaster, your synced laser cannons, plasma torpedoes, mag pulse. Thread tracers, I'm glad they included more because I want more. Can never have enough. Finally, we get to Sabine Wren, which is after you perform a special attack, you may choose a number of friendly ships at range 0 to 3 of the defender, up to the number of damage cards dealt to the defender during the attack. Each ship chosen may remove 1 strain or stress token. Yeah. 2 points.
See, she's very
So everyone
not a
was
high card.
well, everyone's blown away that she was only 2 points. Everyone was thinking that she was going to be somewhere north of 4. But yeah,
And she's not, because let's face it, it's Sabine, and she's cool.
well, so if you're taking A-wings and you have a crew carrier in your group, she might be just, or not a crew, a gunner slot, sorry. She might just be one of those auto-includes. Because there's nothing better than damaging somebody, and then because of it, you remove some stress tokens from some ships that really need to do a non-blue maneuver the next turn.
Right.
So there's going to be some cheeky combos with her. But, I mean, look out for her in the future for 2 points right out of the gate. I know that people are going to try to take advantage of that while they still can. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. You get a nice Suppressive Gunner, which is a gunner slot. It is very expensive. I believe 7 to 8 points. I don't know if they mean you to put this on a B-Wing. It's way too expensive for what it does. Because they gain a complete token unless it chooses to suffer damage. I'm not putting it on a B-Wing. They're already expensive enough. I'm not going to make it to where I can just give you deplete tokens. But it's still a very good card. If it ever comes down in points, which I hope it doesn't, please don't. It doesn't need to.
Imagine that at one point.
Yeah. You get another systems officer. This one is also 7 points. I tried building with it, because if you want to read this one, Robert.
Sure. Weapons Systems Officer. After you perform a special attack with the target lock requirement, you may acquire a lock on the defender.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Well, and we're going to go over the prototype upgrade next. Because I did these kind of in a specific order, just to keep your minds fresh when we start talking about combinations here. This is 7. The prototype is 2, along with the configuration, which is 2. After everything is said and done, you're talking anywhere from north of 60 points for trying to get this to work.
Just that combination there was 11 points for the upgrade cars. Tack that onto the cost of your ship, and ouch.
Yeah. So you want to shoot twice a turn. You want to have a target lock for both attacks. You want to be able to equip a gunner slot. It's going to be so many points. I don't know if it's going to be worth it for all those points on a B-Wing.
So you could get, one of those and another cheaper ship to go off against Vader and another cheaper ship. You're looking at the ability, literally, of two ship lists now.
Yeah, exactly. And
it used to be when you remember in 1.0, your 2 ship lists were what? Oh, Brobots, right?
Yeah.
Okay. and they were large base ships. So when you had 2 ships, except for the Jump Masters, when you could fly 3 of them, but you were flying large base ships when you were only, but you could run 2 large base ships. Now look, we've come back to, God, it's going to be tight to get my points in, but I've got 2 small base ships, and it's going to be like, holy crap.
Yeah, there are lots of points. I mean, if the 2-ship meta becomes prevalent, yeah, you might want Hera jacked up to all those points that can shoot twice, mod all of her attacks, as well as being given all the tokens that she wants so she can pass them off when she's done. Right. But again, that's a lot of points to dump into a ship that can, if you're not careful, can come right off the table. Yeah, so there's the B6 Blade B-Wing prototype. This one was 2 points. Let me see if it's hyperspace legal, because now the curiosity is killing me.
Is it really?
It is. It always is. Oh, there's hopeful. Okay, yeah, it is hyper. So yeah, this one is hyperspace legal as well. Even though, well, so you can't take Hera on the B-wing, but you can take this for sure. So
Yeah, they've also given you two other pilots that are very, very good
yeah,
for the thing,
I mean,
and you're going to throw that on there. So, yeah.
that's the thing. I'm not taking a B-wing for the gunner slot. That is that's never happening. But now that Sabine Wren exists, I might take ships that do have a gunner slot that I can throw her into.
Right.
Yeah, so they give you some stabilized Zest foils. We all know and love those. They give you 2 of those. All right. This is... Oh,
I'm telling you, they want to go to the 2-ship lists.
they're learning. Oh, are they learning? 4.
Cannons. How many?
4.
How many is that? 4?
4 in your
Not
pack.
3, not 2,
But 4.
4.
That's amazing. So, we'll skip the first part because it just replaces your vectored thrusters. During the systems phase, you may perform a red boost or red rotate action. You can rotate your arc indicator to the front or back. There is no other side. And thank you, Joseph, for pointing this out to me, because it takes me like 7 times to read something to figure it out. You don't get a rotate action to your ship. You have to rotate it during the systems phase only. So that is a hindrance. You also can't be coordinated to rotate either, because you don't have that action on your bar. This just allows you to to rotate your arc during the systems phase. So it's going to be some hindrance. It's going to take getting used to. But I have tested it in a HOTAC mission. You do just fine. It works really well. That's all. That's it. I love it. I love this card to death because it's thematic. In the beginning, those turrets jammed all the time. They were terrible. The fact that it only can be turned during the systems phase and it is a red action is just perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, if you want to use it, it's going to cost you.
Yes. So. This one, if memory serves me correctly, is a whopping 1 point.
Yeah.
Yes, 1 point is hyperspace legal, so get them on the tables as fast as you can. For 1 point, I love it. I really do. I would definitely want to play this.
And a stress token.
Yeah, which you can clear with a blue maneuver, which is easy as anything to do with an A-wing. Yes, Joseph, even when you do the... you don't have the 3 blue banks. I'm sorry. So, wow. Let's talk about some things that you are probably going to see when these packs are released. And I know people are already playing them digitally, but jeepers creepers. I'm already thinking about taking Hera in a B-wing, even though it's not hyperspace, I know. Even giving her deflectors to where she can take a reinforce, throwing Lowrick next to her, and then so he can take his reinforce, and then when she needs to, when you shoot at her, he passes her an evade, which guess what? She can pass to anyone else if she wants to. So there you have that. Because she's a giver. You take Jake so she gets a focus. You take Kyle Katarn because he can pass a focus. And then I think that with even the Moldy Crow, I can't even remember. I think I took Selflessness on Lowrick as well. After all that, I still had, I think, like 12 points to spend. So that's crew, munitions, something else I could take. It moves. It's the old-fashioned, or now I'm not going to say old-fashioned Rebel beef, but that's some beef right there. So
right,
it's going to be able to
say it's some Rebel beef. It's
well, that's the thing. When you take the Azatuk, it usually never got modifications, or if it did, it didn't get a reinforce. This way, it has both. It can take the reinforce, and you're going to be able to pass it mods because of Hera, or because of Jake, or because of Kyle. I think it's going to be a great list.
Well, they're definitely trying to beef up the A-wings to make them last a little bit longer. I mean, let's face it, at one point, A-wings were pretty much disposal ships.
Yeah.
And, they were good for 1, maybe 2 strafing runs. Now we're seeing A-wings, survive the game.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're seeing people who, so instead of just taking, an A-wing kicker, because they got to fill some points up. Now you're seeing people who are actively, throwing 4 of those onto the mat and using those as the list. You
Yeah,
know, that's the star, the co-star, and the extras, all in
absolutely.
A-Wing, you know,
S-
and I don't think that that's a bad thing. I
no,
mean,
no. Hey, you
uh,
kidding me? I've been waiting for A-Wings to be good. And I don't mean the A-Wings were horrible, but like the options and flavor that I have now with A-Wings, they
are
have
deeper and richer.
they have a place. They have the ability to either be that RZ2 option, with some hindrance, or they can be the Phoenix Squadron threat that we knew from the show and are so excited to get on the table. So yeah, absolutely. Not to mention how much this is going to cripple Hotak, but that neither here nor there. Oh, jeepers.
But it'll
Um,
be crippling.
yeah, and then the epic play. This is going to be some cheeky stuff. I can't wait to have that B-Wing just barrel roll a 5. Well, I'm not going to say a 5-dice shot. A 3-dice shot that I know that I can hit something and possibly do 5 damage to it. I think that's absolutely awesome. What were some of the other things? You're probably going to see the Rebels space out a little bit because they're so used to flying in formation. With all the stuff they have now, with that extra, range cushion, Jake still has to be close to something, but put him next to Hera, and then they can just basically double mod each other all day, whether that be focus evade or focus target lock, depending on where they are. I know she's I5, but don't worry, Jake can keep up. He can double mod all day because he can perform a maneuver, then barrel roll to get his focus, and then do a boost. He's an absolute monster.
How many movements does he have? 13.
And the new title makes him even better if you just take him because then he can perform his red boost. Then he can pass his focus. Do you know how much I've always wanted to do a 1 forward out of the gate with Jake? Now I can because he can do the 1 forward, make somebody do it. He can do the 1 boost, and then all of a sudden, bam! He doesn't have to, do the 1 hard barrel roll, then boost, and then stay tight to his formation. No, by the way, boost 1 forward. There's your focus. I'm out, buddy. Boom, 4 forward.
Right.
It's going to give me so many more options with
Well,
Jake.
it's adding another level of fun back into the game, I think.
Oh yeah.
And it may sound bad when I say that it's, adding back some fun. But I do mean that. I think for a while now, X-Wing has just been going through the motions, and when you start adding fun things to the game, you're just I, I think that we just haven't had really any fun additions for a while.
Oh, absolutely. I think this is going to be a great addition to the Rebels because we haven't gotten new ships. This is comparable. They
Yeah,
kind of are new ships because of the different
of
modifications and upgrades that we can now take with them.
course, I'm still waiting for K-wings to get reissued.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I know.
I would like it if they got reissued and they got some new cool things.
So I'm going to take my opportunity here right now,
Yes.
in case they're watching.
In case they're watching.
AMG, please,
Please release the
please
K-Wings.
release the K-wings.
Release the
Bring them
Kraken.
back. Bring them back. You know, make X-wing good again.
Yeah,
Bring
right?
back K-wings, please. Please bring back the K-wings. And if you're wondering, you know, uh, if you need help in developing them, please contact me, and I will help you develop them. I'll even do it for, just give me like four issues of the K-wings when they come out for free, and I will teach you. I will show you all things that can be wonderful about K-wings.
Well,
Please,
we're on to
please.
Cincinnati now, so we're gonna do we're doing the Imperials because this is the next pack that everyone's talking about.
Fix the camera.
I did fix the camera. What's with you and the fixing of the
Right.
cameras?
Thank
Yes,
you.
I know, because I have to adjust the zoom so that you can see it. If not, you know what? No, we'll do the whole thing like this. Here you go.
Okay.
There you
Well,
go.
I'll
Now
see you
let's
later.
unpack the Imperials. Where are you going? Get back here. All right. So, TIE, Defender. Wow. This is another wow factor because the paint job.
This is one of the best paint jobs with such attention to detail
Yeah.
that I think that they have pulled off. I mean, even on the small struts on the pylons to hold up the solar panels where there's just that little strip of yellow. I mean,
Yeah.
that is some amazing paint work.
I mean, so the motor doesn't have the engine glow, which I'm that's nitpicking. But yeah, absolutely top notch. I have
Um,
nothing to say about this other than like,
wow.
wow. Yeah, exactly. Like, wow.
I mean, when you put it up into the screen, I was I was like, holy crap,
Yeah.
that is that and considering, I mean, yeah, oh well, machines are supposed to be perfect. It's like, yeah, but it doesn't usually work perfect, and this is clean work.
Yeah, they definitely, whatever precision machine that they're using, the nozzle must be perfect to where it just goes psst and done, and then it paints over it. I don't know if somebody goes in there with a brush afterwards, but holy damn, this is
Yeah,
good.
this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I'm truly impressed.
So yeah, we'll go right into the pilots. We'll start with the big boy himself. You all know and love him. Unfortunately, he's 115 points. He's not hyperspace legal. They said no. He's too broken to be hyperspace legal, especially with the limited amount of stuff they have. Here, let's.
It's hilarious that they made a pilot that is broken, and it was just like, nope.
Hey, we all
You can't.
this is the thing, people. You asked. We want Vader and a defender. I know certain people are
Yes,
like, I never asked for Vader and a defender. That's ridiculous. So he's
that
epic.
shouldn't affect you at all.
Shouldn't affect you at all. You know it. You can't spend force except when attacking. You can perform an attack. You may spend one of your force to change a blank to a hit. So basically, when I played him, it was 3 hits every turn, and I don't mean that jokingly. I literally rolled, I think, like 8, 10, 12 attack. I never blanked out.
Ugly.
Never needed a lock.
And you died.
115 points. He does come with a force upgrade, or slot rather. He does not come with basically, it used to be a system slot, but now he comes with a missile, a cannon, and then a configuration. That's it. So,
Well, they had to limit him a little bit.
I mean, that's it. The only upgrade you're gonna possibly can take are sense, because that doesn't. I know that you can spend it for a bigger range, but you do get a free peek at someone's dial at range 0 to 1. That's a thing. And I even forget the other modification, but there's I think foresight or something. But there's nothing that you could possibly
Yeah.
take on him that is going to be of use. You can take some missiles. You can take a cannon. You can even take the ship ability that's coming out to give him double shots, because he is going to have those mods. I mean, but this is a flavor piece.
Well,
I know somebody's going to try to build it to something
the
it's not.
second they announced him, the outrage,
Yeah.
the level of butthurt that went out, and everybody, "Arr, sky falling, oh, end of the world," and then they came out with 115 points, and everybody went,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be good in certain hands. He's going to be able to do things that other stuffs can't do, even with the limited upgrades you shove on him. But dead on arrival, no, absolutely not. I don't think so.
Not dead on arrival, and I hate using that term. I don't think.
Yeah, I know. I don't use that term either, unless just telling you how people are describing him. But Volt Scaris, you want to read him?
His action: gain 1 strain token to receive 1 charge token. Before you engage, you may spend 1 charge token to perform an action. And here's where it gets good. His actions, lift his card up a little bit more: focus, evade, target lock, barrel roll, and yes, the ever popular boost.
Yeah, his charge goes away at the end of every turn, so if you don't use it, you don't get to keep it. The points is 82 for an I5. He gets the elite. This the system slot. Yeah, I know. He's a lot of points, and I'm not. My brain will not wrap around this ability because you're gaining a strain to recover that charge. That's your action, and then before you shoot, you can then perform an action.
Yes, you're always strained. Is basically what it's making you. If you want to think about it, it's giving you that extra action.
It isn't. There is no extra action. You're basically
Its
moving.
action is to gain the strain.
Yeah.
Before you engage, it's moving the steps around. So
Yeah.
before you engage, so you do your movement, right? And then you normally do your action. Well, your action at this point is to get your strain to recover the charge. Okay. Then you're sitting there waiting. Then before you engage, before you call your target, you flip that that charge over. You spend it, right? Now I don't like where I'm placed. I don't think I'm going to have a good enough shot to do this. He's got me in his arc. I'm going to barrel roll out of there,
Uh,
and then I'm going to perform an action. Hopefully, I'm going
no,
to
you
get you
barrel roll
into.
and that's it. That's your action. You
What I'm
spend
saying
it.
is, you barrel roll, and you've moved out of his arc, and hopefully into a better position, or you're
That's
boosting to get into a better position
Yeah, that's
after
the
your.
question. Who are you doing this against? Anything that's 4 or lower, you don't care about this ability at all. You're already going to do an action to
Depending on where you fall into the initiative and
No,
who's
because
in who.
so if a 1 through 4 moves, you're going to then move, you get to perform an action. There would be no reason why you would take this action to gain a strain and then perform an action during the engagement step because you would be doing that action right after you moved. The only thing that this is good against is I5s and 6s. So if you move
What to
before
say until
another.
you interrupted me to tell me
No,
that I was
but
wrong.
if you move before an I5 and then that I5 moves, sure, trigger this action. But that is such a rare circumstance. It's
Yep.
it's not even something that you should even consider. The other thing is you can use this to target lock an I6 that is out of your range. It then moves. It's not shooting at you. You then can trigger this and get a target lock on it. Neat. Still very situational. But there's already an upgrade that you can take for like 2 points that does this, which is the whatchamacallit, sensors. That's going to bother me. Where is it? Yeah, the sensor upgrade, passive sensors. That literally is almost what this is. So it's a very situational ability that I don't think is worth the points, except that you're paying basically 3 more points than Ryad. And I mean,
Or we're missing the option that we don't really say all that much.
4 more points than Rexler. And Rexler's ability is incredible. So what are you seeing? What are you seeing?
We got to have a pilot. We got to give it some kind of an ability. We got to fill some space. Let's try this guy and give him this, and just say we made a new pilot.
Yeah.
Okay. He could literally be just place filler.
I have no idea. His ability is basically like meh. So Captain Dobbs, it is while another friendly ship at range 0 to 1 defends, before the neutralize result step, if you are in the attack arc and are not ionized, you may gain an ion to cancel a hit result. If these could take a modification, you could do static discharge vanes or something but it can't. So, I mean, an ionized defender is a very bad, sad defender.
Yes,
So,
because they really don't do well being ionized. It
no.
really bad things to them.
And he is 75 points. That is a
Okay,
big chunk of your list.
none of these defenders are cheap.
No, I mean, so the Onyx is an I4, and they're at 73. This also isn't hyperspace legal. Neither is Volt.
Neither is Vader, so that's
Yeah,
3,
3 right out of the gate that
right?
you're just not taking. Yeah, very awkward. For those certain pilots.
Realistically speaking, instead of releasing this 3 defenders, they should really and truly have just brought back K-Wings.
Yeah, K-Wings in the Imperial pack. You crack me up. All right.
Forget the Imperial pack.
Hello, beautiful.
Dun,
Again.
dun, dun.
I can't say enough about this paint job, but we do have to speed things up. So, the big drum roll for basically the interceptors. Sienna Reed. Wow. I cannot believe how cheap she is. Everyone was talking about her cost. If she's anywhere near Soonterfell, you're just going to take Soonterfell. Actually, guess, how many points do you think she is?
57.
Okay, Soonterfell's 54, and she's cheaper.
Okay, so 51 points.
48.
What?
Yeah. For an I6 that has, I think, a good ability. I know
Okay, let
that...
me see what the ability is here. I'm going to read.
Go ahead, you read the ability.
After you perform an attack, okay, if the defender was destroyed, okay, gain 1 stress token. Well, that's not good.
No.
After a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, remove 1 stress token.
Yeah. So still pretty good.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Okay, you perform an attack, right?
Yeah.
Bang, bang, you shoot. If who I was shooting at is destroyed, I get a stress token for killing him.
Yeah, but you're missing a very big piece of this puzzle. She's
Okay.
I6. She's shooting first. Who is she going to wipe off the table in one shot?
Oh,
Not many. And even if you do, it's probably a ship that was either expensive or, relatively cheap.
okay, so there's a lot of cheap ships out there.
Yeah, but
Okay, so she
if
gets that stress token. I'm this is how I'm going with how I'm thinking.
yeah,
Okay, so I got it, I destroyed it, I get a stress token.
mm-hmm.
Now I have a stress token. I got to get rid of the stress token the next time.
Not hard in
So
an
I got to do
interceptor. Interceptors have blue maneuvers out the wazoo.
a blue maneuver. Okay. After a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, I can remove a stress token
Yep.
if I have one.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping one of my wingmates, whom I need to defend and help me out, gets destroyed. I may get rid of a token that I don't have.
Yeah. So this is one of those balance things to where she shoots something. The odds of her destroying something are not great. She's going to damage something for sure. That means
She's only got 3, possibly 4.
yeah. So for the first part of the game, she's going to be putting damage through on stuff. She still can double reposition. On the off chance you do kill something, just make sure it's something that's worth more points than she is. Easy. Even if you're killing a swarm or one of a swarm, just make sure she's not getting shot that turn, and then she can clear her stress. If they all want to go after her because she's double stressed, that's great. Chances are that the rest of your list is going to take advantage. She's amazing for her points. For 48 points, hells yeah, I'm taking her. There'd be no reason. Here's Volt Scaris. He is 46 points. We just went over his ability. Again, the same thing. There's that very circumstantial situation.
Place filler.
Yeah. Commandant Gorin.
Gorin? Gorin? Are you talking about Stormin' Gorin?
You want to read that one?
Sure. After a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 with a lower initiative than yours partially executes a maneuver, it may perform a red focus action.
Yeah. Immediate.
That's
Yeah.
that's not bad.
People are
'Cause
talking about the TIE Strikers because they have adaptive ailerons. They move, they
right,
bump, they get a free focus, and then they do their balloon maneuver afterwards.
right.
Also, slamming's a maneuver, or all these nice little cheeky things that the Empire has. Because even the Reapers have the adaptive ailerons. It would be great if you would adaptive ailerons into somebody, get your free focus. I know you can't do a red maneuver, but still, then you just balloon maneuver again. And if you're at range 0 to 1 of it, or not range 0 to, if you're at range 0 of it, it's just going to sit there, and then maybe the rest of the list bumps into the back of that one. Bada bing, bada boom. You now have a range 1 shot into the rest of their list. It's it's going to be amazing. I love it. It's absolutely amazing, this card. And then Goran, 43 points. He's 1 point higher than Turfner, which is, I think, what we were talking about. So, I have at him. He's a great card, especially when he's I4.
I think that's a good price, good solid ability.
Yeah, good thing. What is it? Oh, what was the ability from first edition that boost up your pilot initiative?
Oh God.
Thank you. Veteran Instincts. Veteran Instincts. Thank God that card doesn't exist anymore.
God. Hera.
Yeah, exactly.
Vader.
Vader.
Oh my God. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna and it's gonna be like, yeah, I'm an I7.
Exactly. All right, Gideon Hask. We know him after perform an attack if they're damaged, which if you have, Sierra or Sienna in your list and she damaged somebody because she's I6, she shot, she didn't kill him, then Gideon comes in and goes, cool, you're damaged. I get 4 attack dice.
Yeah. That's okay. I got to tell you, I think that's a strong ability.
See what I mean? That's how you can use her as a great card. He comes in at a whopping 48, which he definitely should be. So he's as much as Sienna at an I4. But that ability, we've talked about it. We tested it in Flight Group Alpha.
You got wingmates.
Yeah, well, we tested it in Flight Group Alpha. It's so powerful. It's amazing. All right, Lieutenant Laurier. While you perform a barrel roll, you must use the bank template instead of the straight template. Welcome to the fold, my friend. Star Vipers for the Imperial. He is 41 points. He does come with the elite, and he is hyperspace legal. So far, all the pilots we're talking about are hyperspace legal. And that, yes, Sunter Fell is back in the fold of hyperspace. He is allowed to be taken once more. So, I mean, people are immediately taking, I'm going to take Sunterfell. I'm going to take Sienna. And let me see. I don't know if Darth Vader is legal in hyperspace at this minute. Where is the TIE advanced one? There you are. Darth Vader, not hyperspace legal. But don't worry. There's plenty of other I4s and 3s that you can take. Yeah. This is fun.
Yeah.
It's not going to be something crazy, but it's fun. I'm gonna love seeing him on the table to where somebody all of a sudden does the bank barrel roll and somebody goes, and not being able to figure out. Especially if you take the upgrade that basically lets them boost a barrel roll during the systems phase. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I can't. I think the Imperial pack may have won out, but we haven't gotten to Scum yet.
Well, no, it's not terrible.
No,
it's not fantastic.
So this one, I think more people are talking about this than Vader and the Defender.
Dash Windrider. He's a cousin of Luke Skywalker, but he's cool because he rides the wind. He ride like the wind. Do 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 do. Sorry.
This is my problem with him. He has this little medal right next to his name, so an elite talent slot. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you give him an elite? I love it.
Oh my God, they wrote a paragraph.
Yeah, so basically, if something is destroyed, it stays on the board as long as you have one charge ready. It doesn't get destroyed. It then also shoots at the same initiative as whatever destroyed it. And it has an
Wait,
elite goddamn talent slot.
during the engagement phase, after a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, if that ship has not engaged this phase, you may spend one charge. If you do, that ship engages at the current initiative, which would be 2 at this case.
No. So if all of a sudden an I-6 like Han Solo shoots at Nash, Nash dies or is destroyed,
Okay.
all of a sudden Nash is I-6 for that engagement phase. And then he gets removed at the end of the I-6s.
Okay, so if I'm following this correctly, some ship on the board within 0 to 3 gets destroyed by another ship.
Yep.
And that ship, of course, you're thinking first engagement. So if it's an I-6,
Yeah.
then Nash's initiative goes up to an I-6 from a 2.
Yeah.
And he opens up holy hell and then destroys whatever's in his path.
Yep.
And then whatever ship. Okay, so basically, it's a one-time use.
As long as you're shooting at Nash. If all of a sudden you're shooting at another ship that's range 0 to 3 of Nash, and that gets destroyed, that ship gets to engage at whatever engagement number.
So it basically gets a final salvo.
It's Turfiner to the sky, because Turfiner used to just be his own, or not Turfiner, Fell's Wrath. I'm sorry, Fell's Wrath used to be to where once it was destroyed, it would stay on the board until the end of the turn, so it still could shoot. This thing is, not only does my buddy die, he also gets to shoot at whatever initiative you are, and then he comes off the table. And if Nash lives, he gets to do it the turn after as well. So it's really good. He has an elite ability, so you can give him, disciplined or discipled, or whatever the heck that new card is that we're going to go over. He's hyperspace legal. He's 40 points. He's almost an auto-include in so many different lists. All right, we'll just go over Darth Vader and the Defender. He gets Sense, Mag Pulse, Warheads, and the Defender lead. He's a 5 threat.
Is he?
Yeah. Which, it makes me happy, because that means my threat level league was scaled so correctly. Yeah, Sienna Reed, discipline, sensitive controls. I agree. And, jeez, Commander Goran with the Skystrike Academy class discipline, the Marg Sable Closure, and then sensitive controls like Jeepers. They just loaded his card out. Yeah. Oof. Oh, what did they give Gideon? Disciplined, elusive, targeting computer, sensitive controls, and shield upgrade. That's enough. How many threat is that? Man, where'd he go? That's 3 threat. Yikes. Okay. Let's go over some elites. We've got the Shadow Wing setup. You're a wing leader. Your wingmates must be 2 to 5 other ships of your type. You are after your place, you flip this card. Easy enough to follow. And then this one.
Especially TIE fighter.
Yeah. Your wingmates can perform barrel roll and boost actions. If they do, they split from the wing. But then while you defend, up to 2 of your wingmates in the attack arc each may suffer 1 hit or crit. Whoa! Like, whoa. That's 6 points, though?
That's pricey.
That's an amazing card. Because
it's pricey.
But that's the thing. Your ships normally can't do any other actions but like focus, target lock, evade, and like something else. To be able to move, and then your Shadow Squadron leader, he does the boost, barrel roll, does whatever. Your whole squad moves, and then you're like, you know what? I really need my squad mates to get in a little bit closer. Boost in, fellas, and then they get their actions on top of it. Well, they can do the focus and then boost and link it. Oh man, that's going to be brutal. You get 2 strike academies. Equip this side face up. Your wing leader or your wingmates must be the TIE LN fighters. Okay, They have to be lower initiative. Cool. And then it's after you barrel roll or boost, each wingmate is forced to split. That's different. And then it's up to 5 of your wingmates may suffer damage. So this is, so basically you take an interceptor, it can't do the booster barrel roll after it's moved, but you're basically invincible as long as you have TIE fighters just soaking up damage around you.
Right. Well, TIE fighters, also known as shields.
Cannon. I like that better. That they're shields. That's 3 points.
Meat shields.
Meat shields. There you go. Oh, God. So that's an amazing card. I can't wait to play that in Epic. All right. You get Composure. Neat card. Yeah. Daredevil.
Seen it.
Oh, geez. You get, again, 4 Disciplined. I think maybe then we get, we got 4 of the other one. 4 Disciplined cards. And to give you an idea of Disciplined.
People pay extra for disciplining.
Yeah, exactly. After another ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, if that ship is limited or has the Discipline upgrade, you may perform a barrel roll or lock action.
Yeah, basically it's hopeful but restrained. It's disciplined hopefulness.
Well, the combos that people are coming up with this card, and yes, you don't want things to die. However, you have Nash. Things can die. And then it can get that target lock because it triggers at the same time, and then that ship can still shoot before it dies.
Right.
And then all your friends are like, cool, we'll all take that lock that you just gave us.
Yeah.
So you can take the I3 sabers, give them all the disciplined. You take Nash. You take that beautiful other, where is he? Gorin. You take him, so he's higher initiative. I think you could fly up to 5 of them. They're all 3 attack dice ship. They're all going to take focus, and then miracle chance that you kill one of them, they're all going to target lock you and then just wipe you off the table. And then if you do wipe one off the table, it's still going to shoot at you with full mods. So,
right.
Oh, jeepers. Okay. The Interloper Turn. This is for the TIE Defender. This one's crazy. But you want to read this one?
Sure. Before you execute a speed 1 to 2 turn or speed 1 to 2 kilogram turn, maneuver. If you are at range 0 to 1 of an asteroid, structure, or huge ship, you may gain 1 tractor token.
Yeah. So people are already talking about this with which defender is it? The one that lets you do the K turns at almost any speed, as long as it's a blue maneuver. The Ryad.
Right.
So basically, this is you do a turn. You're near an asteroid. You basically get a free barrel roll. It is a tractor token, but if you can see the board before, if you have the perfect board state, you take this. You get to do the barrel roll. You take a tractor. You're going to get rid of it next turn anyways. Doesn't matter. And then you still get your action. So it's a little bit more of an action economy. It's not, you don't do a 3 speed, so you don't get the free evade.
Right.
I mean, but if you know you're not getting shot, you do the barrel roll with the tractor, or you boost one forward with the tractor, take your focus, or you take your barrel roll or boost, whichever, that you didn't take, so you're basically double repositioning, which they never really had before. So that's a really good upgrade card to tinker with, I'll say. To tinker with.
Well, I'll be frank. It kind of hurts my brain a little bit.
Well, it's going to hurt yours to play against it. Yeah, absolutely. And that is 1 point, by the way. 1 point.
That seems like it should be
more. Yeah, you'd think, but people are going to screw up.
There's so much writing. You should get extra points for that.
That you get extra points for understanding what it means.
Yeah. I mean, see, if they write a card that has a lot of words, but you can understand it, those are the expensive cards. cards.
We're just going to go through these extreme maneuvers. You got the mark symbols as well. The instinctive aim, the sense.
Seen it?
That's what it was. You can use instinctive aim for Vader. So you perform an attack, you can spend it because you're attacking. You get passive sensors. Vader can't take that. You get an auto blaster. Vader can take that. Tractor beam. Mag bolts warheads. Again, love the thread tracers. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
You get a
You
nice
never have
hull.
red features.
Yeah, hull upgrade. You get
I don't mind hull upgrade, but I prefer shields.
yeah, precision ion engines. You get 3 of those just in case. Guess what? Shield upgrade.
Thank you.
Here you go. The static discharge vanes, which you can't take on that defender, which is shameful. But you can. They still give it to you. 2 targeting computers and the sensitive controls. These are the new things. I mean, people are saying either that's terrible or it's perfect. I think, again, amazing. Absolutely amazing card. Because it replaces auto thrusters with all of your interceptors. And guess what? Because this does say auto thrusters, which we all know the TIE silencers have. And people are excited to see that in action more than the interceptor. During the systems phase, you may perform a barrel roll or boost red action. So you get 4 of those. Yeah, so all the people that were yelling and screaming, you only have to take 1 card. Guess what? They give you 4 anyways, and the chances that you're running that many interceptors with it, you're fine.
By the way, I don't like that rule.
Yeah. What, you have to take all the cards?
No, you only need the 1 card. I want to see the cards.
Yeah, I know. So do I. If I have to go and buy like 7 disciplines or 8 hopefuls, then you all have to buy the sensitive controls too.
Yeah.
I don't want you guys getting one up on me. Let's see. The sensitive controls. Sensitive controls, 2 points per ship. So I still think it's worth it being able to do barrels and boost during the systems phase, even though it is red, but you can clear it easily with blue. Last but not least, the Defender Elite. You want to do that one?
Okay, decrease. Let me make sure you understand that. Decrease the difficulty of your hard turn maneuvers. Increase the difficulty of your kilogram turns, and replace your full throttle ship ability with the following. Advanced fire control. After you perform a cannon or missile attack, if you have a lock on the defender, you may perform a bonus primary attack against the defender.
Yep.
Can you say double tap?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to make my hard turns easier, and then I'm going to double tap your ass.
So what I'm going to say about this upgrade, because there have been a lot of sore spots. Oh, where can I put this? I can put this right here. There have been a lot of sore spots with it because people are saying it's not going to be good because who the heck wants to spend an evade or not get their evade from their ability, which is full throttle. But let's go over the order of how this happens. It's after you perform a missile or a cannon attack, and then you get to do a primary attack after you have shot. Yeah, if you have, I'm sorry, it's cut off.
Yeah.
You may perform a primary bonus attack against the defender.
So I'm going to I'm going to perform a cannon attack or a missile attack, for God's sakes.
There you go.
Okay. Bang, right? I'm going to perform a missile attack. And if I get lucky, I'm going to hit you with the missiles.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wheedle you down. Oh, darn, I got you within 2 because my missiles were really good, right? And oh, wait, now I can perform a primary weapon attack. Boom. Crash, bang, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. you're dead. You're dead.
So,
So tell me the downside of that, please.
so
Please.
that's the
Tell
thing.
me the downside.
You lose full throttle. We all know that.
Okay.
It's still a 7 health ship with 3 defense dice, so it's basically a T-70. It's much more expensive,
Yep.
but after
But
these 2
price
upgrades
that card.
and fire control systems, you're up to 74 points, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
Yep.
But if you can shoot with the thread tracers and hit, you're then getting a target lock. If you take fire control systems, your next shot is going to be, with the target lock and the fire control system, so you get 1 reroll, but then the rest of your squad is hitting. I know there are other combinations that you guys are already thinking that are 10 times better. This is an okay combination just to test out to see
So
if
you
you
take
like it.
2 of those at the 72, and then that gives you 52 points for another ship, or a lighter ship with a little bit more upgrades so that you can increase its firepower and its survivability, thus making a 3-ship list that is going to be painful.
So you can take this with Sienna Reed and Sunterfell, because they love target locks, and then you have a
And still
defender.
have points left.
Yeah, and still have some points left over. I mean, I would not shake this upgrade. People are saying, because it is 2 points, people are saying that it should be worth -2, and it's like, yeah, so you can have 3 defenders on the table. Okay, no, we're not doing 3 defenders. I don't care if it can get that, or it can't get that evade anymore. It's still 3 defenders. it's
Yeah.
it's not.
We tried that before in 1.0. It wasn't pretty.
No, we tried it actually. You and we play tested it. 3 defenders with the full throttle are ridiculous. You wiped out my entire squad very quickly, and that was
I'm not an Empire player, and nor do I ever fight defenders.
And you didn't take any upgrades either. It was just straight defenders. I took loaded out Lando and Dash to see if I could combat with them. I couldn't. I didn't hit them. You guys came in. You just shot, and wiped out Dash, and then you just chased Lando and whittled him down.
Yeah.
This has a place. I really do. I think a double shot that you can take thread tracers for 2, fire control systems, and the Defender Elite. You walk up, you take a focus, you shoot. Hopefully you hit with those thread tracers. If you're taking an I-1, it shoots last anyways. So whatever you're shooting at, hopefully it doesn't have that modification anymore. And then bada bing, bada boom. You hit it. You get a target lock. You get to shoot again because you're an I believe I-1, and you have better mods now going after that.
Right.
And then if you want to, you do it again. You do the thread tracers with the focus and the fire control systems at a different target at either the very next turn or down the road, and you give your other 2 aces some target locks that they desperately need to wipe off the table. If they want to chase your aces, they chase your aces. If they want to chase a defender, even without the evade, it'll take some time. They'll have to chew it down. That's all I have to say about that.
There's nothing more to say about that. That's going to be a beast of a list.
Yeah. I want to almost, you know what? I can do that right now in Launch Bay real quick. So, sorry, I was just building the list. I actually edited this out. So you can take the Onyx Squadron Ace, which is I-4, for 79 points, given the Defender Elite, the Thread Tracers, Fire Controls for 79 points, Sunterfell and Sienna Reed. You still have 19 points to spend on your list. So, you can do the afterburners on Sunterfell with Predator, maybe Predator, or maybe even Disciplined on Sienna Reed. Go to town, have fun.
Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth.
You're still gonna have to chew through a defender that can double shoot at you, and that's that's pretty severe.
So let's make sure we understand it. That can double tap you.
Yeah, and pass target locks off to 2 ships that don't get target locks naturally. You maybe want not Predator on Sunterfell. Maybe you'll take something else. But So far,
Yeah.
I believe all of that is let me just double check because, everyone always wants to know.
And for simple guys like me, that's an easy list to fly.
Also, hyperspace legal. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's the thing. I can also bump up that I-4 to a higher initiative if I really want. I can take it. Let's see. How high can I go? We've got TIE Defender. Okay, you can take only the Onyx or the Delta. So yeah, you take the Onyx at I-4 and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna move on to Scum next. All right, final box. Here we go. Well, you guys can't see that. There we go. Fugitives and Collaborators. Okay.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing these ships, Patrick. I am not going to kid you.
All right. So I'm doing these last because
The ship?
well,
Because I
Scum.
want to.
I want to do Scum ships last, 100%. And I'll tell
Okay,
you.
well,
you
we
want,
are doing them.
well, I chose them to be last. Do you want to know why?
Yes, I do.
They are the best looking, in my honest opinion. These are the best out of the box.
It's gonna hard to beat that Defender.
Tell me about it. I'm fully aware, but why isn't this thing turning
Because
on?
I was very impressed with that paint job.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
We're gonna put the Scum ship here.
Okay.
Let's make sure that it's
is.
let's make sure that it's focused up to its highest potential. We can even move it closer.
I am just.
Yeah, let's put it on one peg. Two peg too many.
To quote, Rocky Horror. I am just, wet with
Anticipation. So here we go. Let me tell you, this black on gray with that touch of green
is just going to be nice when I see it.
Oh, let me tell you, this black on gray is so nice. And then yeah, they're the green engines in the back.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like something out of Star Wars, man.
They're kind of disappearing a little bit because of the green screen.
I can see it clear as day. Actually, it isn't affected by the green screen, believe it or not. But
well, maybe it's just a monitor.
Maybe it is just you.
That's great right there. Look at that.
I mean,
look at that. Just dude.
They did amazing on this.
The gray on black with the flash of green is outstanding.
I think I like this Hawk out of all the.
When I think Scum, I think this is what it would look like.
I don't want no moldy crow.
Okay, it's not Empire Gray. It's not Rebel Gray. It's just Scum Gray. Hey, how much was this paint? It's $9.95 a gallon. It's when I look at this ship, okay, it's not Empire Gray. It's not First Order Gray. It's not Rebel Gray. It's not Resistance Gray. This is just Scum Gray. This is the pilot going down to the Ace Hardware and saying, how much is that gray? And the guy's like, it's $9.95 a gallon. He's like, great, I'm going to take 30 gallons of it. And he's just brushing it on. That's the kind of gray it is.
I absolutely.
It's absolutely beautiful.
I don't want any more moldy crow. I want this pristine looking crow here. Yep, that's what I want.
Absolutely. If this is what I think of as if you're going into space and you don't want to be seen all that well, this is what you want. And Scum, they don't want to be seen. They're nondescript. They want this is space camouflage, baby.
Like, look at all that detail, the grayish.
I would love to.
Yeah, I know you're getting yours soon. But look at the gloss that they put on it.
Yep.
It's not flat. It is like a nice glossy gray.
It's very well done. Pure and simple.
Oh,
well done.
Yeah, 100% knocked out of the park.
It's almost Star Wars miniatures porn.
These, I'm still impressed. Let me
Well,
change
I
this.
like the fact that they're dark.
Yeah,
I like the fact that they are dark. I mean, it's a Y-wing. It's a solid tanky ass ship that's been around for years upon years upon, well, pardon me, decades.
decades.
Okay, decades. And
Look at the wear.
so after the war, they fell out of use and disfavor, and nobody's using them. You could get them cheap. You're buying them, third, fourth, fifth hand, and you got a scum pilot. Okay, you've got a renegade pilot. You've got a guy who's just this is his all around get around beater, and it's got fairly decent weapon systems on board. It does what it needs to do. It's got a rather sizable cockpit. If you need to carry a couple of extra passengers, you can get away with it. It's a good solid ship.
Look,
And
look at the
the
burn
fact that
marks. Look at the
yeah, fact
scorch
that it's
marks
painted this way. Yeah,
right there.
that it's wonderful. The
Even
fact that it's
in the
painted in such a way,
look at the front
it
right
looks as
there.
been around the block.
The yellow droid.
Yep,
Even the scorch marks on the front of the ship. Like
yep. And
this
then
is
and it's got the universal greeblies right up front. You can't miss the universal greebly.
no, and it's the this is a hand me down. This is a hand me down on top of a hand me down on
Yep.
top of a.
You
Uh,
know, this ship has been on the used ship lot, 5, 6, 7 times.
what can I do to put you
Okay.
in a Y wing today?
Yeah. You know, what kind of payments are you looking to make? And that it is.
What's your
And
financing looking like?
you know, I like the fact that they made it. It's not an exact copy gray of the Moldy Crow, but it is close enough that okay, you could see these being used by the syndicate.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're going to put these kind of close together so they could be squad mates, but they're separate, different from others. It's good looking stuff. It really is.
Oh, okay. Top or it's
Tapusk.
Tapusk. I was gonna say Tapusk, but it's Tapusk. So during the engagement phase, hey, move out of here. During the
Yeah, get
engagement
out.
phase,
Move it up.
before an enemy ship in your arc recovers one recurring charge or force you may spend. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong card. Where are you people telling me this is the wrong
Do it.
card? We're gonna do the. We'll switch back to the hawk in a minute. Let's do this one. All right, Lima Kai, which
Not to be confused with
Cobra.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that was or the Grand Kai, or any kind of Kai. Yeah, move over, Y-wing. You're in my way. All right. Before this is one of my favorites. Before you engage, if you are not in an enemy's front arc, you may acquire a lock on an enemy ship in your front or
The
four,
180.
basically.
The 184
Yeah.
aft.
So in any enemy, so you can't be in any arc, but if you aren't, you get a free
can't
target
be
lock.
in any enemy's forward arc.
Yeah. So sorry, Arc 170s, fire sprays, even your new A-wings with the arc facing out the back.
Right.
Got to be facing front there, boys.
Yep.
Initiative 5.
So, the thing is if you are in anywhere in my 180 and you're in front of me or to my side,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
I got a lark. I got a lark. No, I got a lock on you.
my favorite part is he's 40 points. He's 6 points cheaper than Drea and 3 points cheaper than Cavill. Not hyperspace legal.
Of course not.
But I'll tell you where I want to take this guy. Epic.
Where do you want out
Epic.
to dinner? What?
Epic. 100%. I want this guy in almost if there was a league of playing Epic and I was playing Scum, which I do, because I love the Sea Rock and what it can do. 100%. This is one of the ships that I'm taking because most of the missions are something to the effect of starting in reserves and jumping behind somebody with this guy.
Right.
Absolutely. Because then he's
Now,
an objective grabber. He's a missile boat. He's anything he wants you to be.
how many attack die?
He's 2, but we all know Y-Wings. They can take turrets, they can take
Right.
munitions, they can take bombs, they can do all the goodies. So,
So just for joking sake,
mhm.
with this Initiative 5 pilot, if you wanted to run him naked, at 40 points,
Yeah.
yeah, you give him what, maybe even even 10 points of goodies.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it bumps him up to 50. You give him, so he's now a 50. You've got 150 more points in your list.
Of scum.
150 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, Arliz Hadrassian, which is awesome because number one, he's Armenian.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was married to the Kardashians there for a second.
I can't believe I'm in the same gene pool as them. All right. Why?
Will you push the Y-Wing over to the side so we can see the
I can see
card?
the card. It's right there. It says, while you perform a front arc attack, if you are damaged, you may choose one of your focus results and change it to a crit. While you defend, if you are damaged, you must change one of your focus results to a blank result. This guy, everyone was talking about because his ability is amazing and horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the give and take of scum and villainy.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna give you something really nice, but it's gonna cost you.
He's only 1 point cheaper than our friend Lima.
Right.
I'm gonna have to see his ability in action because again, like you, of course, you do want to cause some sort of hull damage to him before the game starts. You don't. I mean, you don't want to, but if that's your game plan, that means you have to drop a concussion, hit himself, recharge the concussion, and now you have a ship that can modify one focus result. Doing the math, I don't think it's going to add up, even when you're doing like heavy munitions and even veteran turret gunner with double attacks. It might happen. It might. I think there
So
are
what
better.
you're saying is there's a chance.
There is. I think there's better stuff out there that you can take. I understand
Agreed.
his ability at
And
the bottom.
right.
I'm pretty sure AMG is going to say, no, you can't spend your focus to modify, one of your dice, because then that just means it's completely pointless.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think he should be 39 points. One cheaper than an I5.
I think he should be a couple points cheaper.
I think so too, but again, I'm a play tester. I need to play him and see how effective his ability is, because I know he can shoot twice with veteran turret gunner and a turret, which means he can double mod it.
Right.
And then he can just take a target lock as his action. But yeah.
Hey, it's us.
There's our boy. All right.
That's us.
Podrick. It's Padre and Patrick all together. After a friendly device that you have locked detonates, each enemy ship at range 0 to 1 of that device gains 1 strain token. So, I mean,
just adding a little salt to the wound.
This is one of those cheeky pieces. I won't say it's tactically optimal, but god damn it, is it fun? One of those things. He is 36 points, so pretty cheap for an I3.
Just doable at that price.
And I've already seen some talk about, putting him with NIM so that bombs can be delayed indefinitely. This works with bombs and mines. So even when somebody goes over a mine, this works. So that's even cooler.
Correct. Correct.
You take R3 and bada bing, bada boom. You have a 36 or 38 point ship that can basically start straining stuff. So if you like your bombs, this is a nice little addition. Again, like with cards like this, people might not see the potential. It is going to be one of those, it triggers off of a certain amount of things that you're going to have to equip. You can just try putting bombs on them, taking R3, and trying to hit things to give them strain tokens. But Epic, 100% I'm taking this guy. There'd be no reason not to, because you can then just go crazy on the bombs and then just start target locking like crazy.
It just adds salt to the wound. That's what it's designed. Okay, when you think scum and villainy,
Yep.
this is the thing here that just is like, oh, you're cut deep. Yes, yes, you cut me deep. Hold on a second and shake the salt right over the wound a little bit.
Yeah.
Just oh, ow, 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 ow. It stings. It doesn't cause any more pain per se, but it hurts more. You
Exactly.
know, it's just a, oh, is that knife stuck in your chest? Yes. Let me wiggle it out as I pull it out. I'm just going to turn it a little bit to pull it out. That's all it is. It's the perfect card, and it's named after you and I.
Yeah, exactly. That's my favorite part. I don't even
Thanks,
care.
AMG.
You better start flying scum. That's all I'm saying. So a Maxine Warrior, you get 3 of them. They are at 33 points, and
Okay, so we got Maxine Walters. Okay,
you
Waters
get
there,
the Jinta Security Officer, or I'm sorry,
and
the
you get 3
Janata,
of those cards
the
at
Janata
I2.
I2. Those are
What
at
does that
31 points.
31 points.
So now
31 points.
31. Well, hold
Okay.
on. Hold on. It's
Uh-huh.
so all the ships I mentioned, except for the Janata, the I2, they all come with an elite slot. All of the cards that I just mentioned, Lima, Arliz, Podrick, a Maxine, the Janata, all of them get tech slots.
Right.
And people were saying, I don't see where a tech slot on this ship is going to be useful. I might have found something.
What did you? Well, go ahead, and then I'm going to make them think even harder.
So they are right. And it's just I'm over here on the other monitor for a quick minute.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of tech upgrades for this faction, except the targeting synchronizer.
Uh-huh.
Targeting synchronizer allows you to have ships at range 1 to 2 ignore target lock restrictions to munitions or anything that has an attack and a target lock in it. I know that Seeks are a huge thing right now. Seek swarms.
Right.
If all of a sudden I could start taking ion torpedoes, which are 4 attack dice, munitions, I take my focus. My Y-wing here takes the locks. You throw R3 so that it can lock. You take 2 of them, so you've got 4 locks out there. And then you just let your Seeks choose what they want to shoot at with their munitions. I know there's ion cannon. I mean, ion torpedoes 4 dice. And you can ignore the target lock restrictions. So then you still have your focus to mod. And then also you've got you do have thread tracers, which all you need is a focus to have them fire. But let's say you have thread tracers. They fire at you. You have to spend your focus. You now have no focus to spend. You still have the target lock and can fire them off anyways and take a chance. It's going to open a lot of things up for scum. I'm just going to say that now when it comes to...
Because I want you to think this way too.
Yeah.
Especially at the I2s, because that's in my realm, right? A low initiative ship, right?
You're right.
I could take 6 of those at 186 points, leaving me 14 points for some simple upgrades across the board.
That is a lot. Because usually you see 5 with a lot of upgrades.
Uh-huh. But at that price, I can field 6 and put a little extra into there. And okay, so I turn these, as opposed to spreading out all over the place, I treat them kind of like a tie swarm.
A tie swarm.
But this tie swarm has more shields and more hull.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that just, fielding 6 of them would be fun.
It would. So the other thing I wanted to make, and they're not hyperspace legal, because you can take the Maxine and the Janatas into hyperspace. You can't take Podrick, Arliz, and Lima. Those are not hyperspace legal. If cluster missiles ever became legal, I would 100% take cluster missiles with my Seeks on all of them and fly a Y-wing, maybe 2, with the targeting synchronizer, how amazing is it to just fire twice without needing a target lock?
Yeah. Yeah. So, so
Holy jeez. Like 4, I think it was 4 TIE Seeks that I could fit with cluster missiles and 2 Y-wings. So
yeah.
if you could
So
be so inclined, you fire 4 cluster missiles at something.
yeah. That's what am I thinking to say here? Oh, that's so nice.
It's scummy. Let's put it exactly. It's very
oh yeah,
scummy.
it's dirty. It's dirty. It's a dirty thing.
Uh,
Okay. It's let's now I like the fact that there are 6 generic cards
yeah.
into that pack, plus the 2 or what was it, 3 um
Yeah. So you
other game pilots. So you got 9.
you get 3 and
You got
3,
9 pilot cards there.
and then you get one of each of those. So yeah,
Yep.
I like that they jam pack this one with a lot of generics because that's always a problem.
Yep. Well, it allows you to run. It truly allows you to run, you know, squadrons.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
I always hate it when, damn, for what they're calling a squadron is 3. It's darn near almost allowing you to have a platoon. you know.
True. So I was also thinking, like, what gets tech slots? The only thing is the First Order and the Resistance. Those get tech slots. And I was like, I wonder why, the cluster swarm's not a thing with targeting sync. And it's because there's really no super cheap ship like a Seek that can take
Right.
any one of those munitions at any given time. You can take A-Wings and do that combo, but I'm not going to lie, it's not going to be the same. You're not going to have the same amount of ships or punch. You're going to want to build those lists differently. With the targeting synchronizer, which is an amazing upgrade to take, you don't even have to really build out a list. You just take the cheapest little one for 31 points. You throw on targeting synchronizer for 5 more, so that's 36, plus the R4, which is now 38. So you now have all 160 points to go nuts.
Yeah.
You could fit 2 aces in there and
Yes.
start loading up those munitions, or you could just fly a nice swarm. But yeah, there's some room there. All right.
Yeah.
We'll go back to Topusk. All right.
Topusk.
Initiative 5. Order
Yeah.
66 Informant. During the end phase, before an enemy ship in your mobile arc recovers 1 reoccurring charge or force, you may spend 2. He has 2, and it regenerates. If you do, that ship does not recover a charge or the force. We know several people that have already said they're just going to take 4 to 5 Hawks. Because you can. They're all hyperspace legal. All of them.
Yeah. What is his price?
36 points. You could fly so many of these.
Our friend Joseph.
No, Chuck. Chuck owns 6 Hawks. He's gonna fly 6 Hawks, and I don't blame him.
No, I don't. I really don't. If you're going to give me the ability to do something, just because I shouldn't do it makes me want to do it.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to put this off to the side here. So, which way does this go? I think it goes this way. Here you go. We're gonna put that card over here for now. Put it right back there. So now we've got. Here we go. Gamut key. The next one. Go ahead. Read this one.
At the end of the end phase, you may spend 2 charges to choose yourself or a ship in your mobile arc with 1 or more circular tokens. During the end phase, circular tokens are not, let me repeat, are not removed from that ship.
Circular tokens.
So,
focus, evade, calculate, reinforce, disarm, jam. So, if you really want to screw over a slamming ship, You just use Gamut, and that ship can't shoot.
Yep.
And then you just chase it down. He is even cheaper. He's at 34. So
Oh my God.
there you go.
Love
Again,
it.
2 charges, reoccurring or regenerating, however have you.
You know, yeah, and it's got 2 attack die, but it's a mobile attack die.
Well, how great would it be to take this guy with Boba Fett and then just say, "Hey, Boba Fett, you know how you want to, or you're about to go into combat next turn? That reinforce, just
Yeah.
keep that, baby, and then go just
Oh,
balls forward into whomever you're." I would joust a swarm with that.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
I would so joust a swarm. I'm reinforced and I get all my rerolls. Yeah, I'm fine.
yeah. I'm okay with that.
I
I'll,
even,
or to quote I'll take those odds.
I'll take the mods. Even a YV666, it doesn't have the reinforce, but you can give it an option to take it with angle deflectors, and then it takes it, and then you just charge that into battle.
Yep.
Oh man, just absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was gonna say all of them have the elite talent slot except for the Spice Runner and Kanan. Last but not least, Kanan.
Kanan.
Came in.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
who is finally introducing the Force.
No, he's not.
To-
No,
to the human.
we did that last time. No, Asajj has the Force.
Oh, that's right.
It's because nobody takes
I always-
Asajj.
Yeah, I forgot. You are completely right. I apologize.
Yeah, Asajj has the Force. You can take Maul as well. He's an upgrade. But yeah, I mean, they're light on the Force.
On that ship.
So yeah, you take Maul. You staple that right to this card, so it gets 2 Force because it only starts with 1 and it regenerates. And then you take. You don't have to take the Moldy Crow, but because you have Maul, you have to take Hate. Well, no, you can't take Ezra. That'd be even worse. No, you have to take Hate. Hate is where you want to go. So you staple
and it
Hate.
works well with the skill ability.
Yeah, exactly. So you take that. That comes in at a whopping. Okay, so he's 55. I just went and checked because you
55
can
points.
55 points. I so think that's worth it.
For a ship that has the capability of having 2 Force tokens and Hate.
Yep. So he basically can just point at any ship that you're shooting at, reduce your attack die. So let's go over through the big heavy hitters. Vader, who loves to shoot with a target lock with 3 dice and modify it to a crit. You're shooting 2 dice. Sorry, bro. We've got what's his Tabson, who loves to shoot with his 4 dice. Sorry, you're at 3 now. You've got
think of any
the Jedi, any Jedi in a Delta. Sorry, Obi-Wan, you're at 2.
Yeah. Think of those poor guys that are like bringing their swarms of TIE fighters with their 2 dice attacks.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It's going to be basically because you're going to want to shoot at Kanan. You're not going to want to shoot at anything else. And when you shoot at Kanan, if you damage him, all of a sudden, boom, Hate goes back up and more triggers. It's, oh man, is it crazy?
It's dirty.
It is very. All right. So what did they give Kanan in the in the quick builds? Just patience and thermodets. Nothing too serious. And then what do we got? We've got Tapsic with Cutthroat and Gumut Key.
Two threat.
Yeah, 2 threat, by the way. Lima Key, this is the fun one. Look at what they gave him, the closure, saturation, targeting synchronizer. See, they had the same idea I did. Ion turret, weapon systems officer, plasma torps, R4, and concussion bombs. That's a good 3 threat ship.
I'm sorry, 3 threat for all of that.
Yeah. Hey, play your quick builds, people. They're fun.
You got all that and a bag of chips?
And a bag of chips. All right. My favorite. I don't think it matters which one we go for. They're both scum. But this is the epic. Now, cross factions.
Hired.
You can be included in Separatist, Imperial, and First Order squads. After you perform an attack, if the defender was a limited ship and was destroyed, you may recover 1 charge on your ship card and each of your upgrade cards, then flip this card. Wow. Nice stealth device you got there. It'd be a shame if it just came back.
Yeah.
And then nothing on the other side because, I mean, you got paid. Yeah, it says right there. You got paid, bro. You don't need any more.
The fact that you play with, the other factions is really nice. I will say, I miss the cross faction fun.
Oh, yeah, it was so much fun in first edition.
Yep.
The way that you could take it to where you could play the Kylo and Vader together. It was fun, and
Yep. It was fun. I mean, when you could play Resistance and Rebel,
yeah,
when you could play First Order and Empire. Of course, Scum was always kind of hosed over, except for Captain Nim. He could play
yeah,
with the Rebel side.
exactly.
I
That
miss
card's 5 points, by the way.
In it for the money.
Go ahead and read that,
Oh.
baby.
Equip this side face up. You can be included in Republic, Rebel, and Resistance squads. After an allied limited ship in your squad is destroyed, gain 1 focus token and then flip this card.
Now, in it for your rebellion.
Non-scum ships in your squad are treated as friendly instead of allied.
Yeah.
Even better.
So basically, all those abilities that, when a friendly ship is in your mobile arc, you can, give it a focus. That's not allowed until this card flips over.
You can be a giver.
Yeah. You can just start sharing ridiculous abilities.
And you know what? With the way that card is written, very thematic. I mean, he goes from, hey, I'm in it for the money to I'm in it for the rebellion now. You go from being just pay me to, hey, what can I do for you?
Yeah, exactly. All right. The card of the century, Cutthroat. You get 3 of them. And, oh, hold on. Where are you? Oh, last page.
And you get a magnifying glass.
Again, I know it's 1 point, but I want to make sure that it's 1 point because they don't tell you. They never do.
They don't. They never tell you anything.
Yeah, it's 1 point anyways, but oh mercy. After another friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, if that ship is limited or has Cutthroat upgrade, you may remove 1 of your orange or red tokens or recover 1 of your non-reoccurring charges on your ship card or 1 of your equipment upgrade cards.
So you drop something after you used it, go back, pick it up, use it again.
So
I like that card.
Well, there's debate with it because there are cards that say you can't reoccur or you can't put it back up to full, which is like Electric Proton Bomb is like one of them.
Card trumps.
I don't know.
You know what?
What?
As a TO, guess what?
Well, you still have to read it.
I did read it.
Oh, you read it. Sure you did. You're such a good reader.
I just read it right there. After another friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed. Fact. Okay, ship is destroyed. If that ship is limited or has the Cutthroat upgrade, let's say it had an upgrade, okay, you may remove 1 of your orange or red tokens, or I can't read the rest of it because it's too low.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Okay. So you get rid of your red tokens or recover 1 non-recurring charge on your ship card or 1 of your equipped upgrade, whatever it is. It's blocked by RSTB.
You're killing me.
So all I'm saying is, as I read that card, if you used your electroproton bomb and it's non-recoverable, when I read that, that card tells me I can.
Yeah. So, well, let me read Electric Proton Bomb. I hope. Let me see. Wikipedia. Let me do X-Wing because I want to read the exact wording
Go right ahead.
of Electric Proton Bomb. So, during the system's... Yeah, this card cannot be recovered. So, this is non-reoccurring. Like, if there was a bomb that you would use and it doesn't...
One of your equipped upgrade cards.
I know, but non-reoccurring and non...
It does not preclude any card. It says...
But you got to go with the language. 2.0 is all about the language. This says...
Right, and I can read English just as well as anybody else.
This says recovered. Recovered is a different term than recurring. They're different terms. So
where does it, or recover one non-recurring?
Non-recurring means it doesn't come back up.
Right.
So
now, if it doesn't come back up, the electroproton bomb does not come back up.
Is the movie over? I have no idea.
Yeah. So I as a team, I'm reading that card. I say, your electroproton bomb? Yeah. Put it back on.
I don't.
And
I'm going to have to look up the wording and the verbiage.
As it currently stands, right now, TOs decide.
Oh, I know. But that's the thing.
Change that, and hopefully...
Just going to keep talking over me.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all about the... Because let me tell you, your verbiage is a little weak with this game. It's all about what non-reoccurring means and also recovering. If recovering and non-reoccurring are not the same thing, you can't recover. It says you may recover one non-reoccurring charge, but then this says this cannot be recovered. So TOs are going to have to figure it out. Maybe they already have. But it's just one of those things to where...
Well, it's one of those things is they have to make it less complicated so that people can play the game.
Yeah, that too.
Because otherwise, it's an arbitrary decision, and it comes down to, well, because I said so.
Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
that's the new thing.
Because I said so. Well, you know what? That's not a reason.
I mean, well, if we're because the one that if we're doing it is read as written, you've got Arliz. When you defend, if you are damaged, you must change one of your focused results to a blank result. It doesn't tell you when that happens, just says while you defend. So that means I can modify my dice before this takes effect. But why would you write a card like that? Unless it was supposed to trigger the way it was intended. And then that goes into the, rules is written. Well, rules is intended. Like,
yeah.
So
are we RAW or RIW?
I mean, without both of us looking up exactly the correct wording, yeah, from how I read it immediately, I'm going to say, yeah, that's how it works.
So we have three things that work in X-Wing. We have RIW. We got RUR, and we got RAW, and now we got this.
Yeah, then it's rules isn't, or then it's because I said so. All right, Deadeye Shot, you get one of those.
Right.
You get more of the Marg Salvo closures, 2 of them. Get a nice saturation salvo.
Because who doesn't like to saturate when they salvo?
Exactly. Then it's the Tirfon Belly Run. We've already covered that. You get 2 of those as well. So if
I
you
like
bought
a little belly run.
Yeah, so you're gonna have 4 of them if you bought 2 of the packs. You got a little extreme maneuvers. I would love to do a hard turn in a Hawk. I think that would be hilarious. When boosting. More patience, because you can't have enough patience.
I need more patience.
Yep,
I do.
More automated targeting. So a lot of duplicates, but that's okay.
That automated targeting card, though,
See?
I don't know why it is, but I love that artwork.
They want this put in there. That's what they want. They want you to put it in there. We've got a dorsal turret, an ion turret, proton torpedoes. I know, okay. Excuse me, while my son tells me that the TV's not over. All right.
Okay.
You get a nice Hondo card. Who doesn't like Hondo?
Naka.
And now
We're my friends.
here. We'll go through the other cards that we already have a copy of. So you get Boba Fett. Well, I know I have a copy. You get a Suppressive Gunner. You get a Weapon Systems Officer. You get 2 of those, actually. You get the Genius. He's very smart, you know. The R4, B18. While you perform an attack, you may remove 1 orange or red token from the defender to reroll any number of dice. That's actually, that's pretty good. I don't know why I don't see that more often. I don't know how many points he is, though. You get the Wrecked Droid, which you can shoot your own friends. Concussion Bomb, 2 Thermo Detonators, and the card that should be on every scum ship that has an elite slot, False Transponder Codes, thank you, and a nice engine upgrade. Of course, you're going to want to put that in your Hawk. Not really. Okay.
Yeah.
And Jango Fett. And Zam. Geez, Zango and...
Jeez.
All right, we're finally into the 2.
That.
And I saved the best for last. Not this guy, even though he is good. It's Gamut Key. He's a crew. It's the same thing, except at 0 to 1. It doesn't have to be in an arc. And basically, you get to keep whatever's on that ship. So, I'm not going to lie. Huh?
Yeah. Do you have a focus? Yeah. Keep it.
For those nice, fun aces that have crew slots. I mean, I know the Boba Fett doesn't have a crew slot anymore, but there are definitely ships that have crew slots that would love to have him just start keeping tokens.
I mean, God, it would be so cool is to have like a K-wing with, target lock and 2 or 3 different, freaking, focus tokens, and throw an invade in there as well.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Where are you, Gamut? You're in here somewhere. I know the Gleb is in here. See, this is what kills me. I printed this out, and I think this...
You did everything that you were supposed to do.
I did, because he's scum. It's right here. I have a sheet, and he ain't on it. He's not in the crew slots, and I don't know why. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's 6 points is what he is. I just can't read. So he's he's a nice fair points. It's basically like... I guess he's like a poor man's Moldy Crow, so he lets you keep that focus for that 1 extra turn that you need it, so you have 2 focus maybe next turn, or if you take the evade. So I think he's nice. All right.
I'm being double focused. I really do.
I saved the last card, because this was last minute. He is Protectorate Gleb. After you coordinate, you may transfer 1 orange or red token to the ship you coordinated.
Evil.
So it's, I mean,
it's evil.
It's not evil per se. He's evil, sure. He's only 2 points. He does let you take a coordinate action on ships because the scum do not have a lot of coordinating abilities. So you could take if you took a YV666, you could take this and, the card that lets you change a coordinate to white. I don't think it'd be worth it. And what everyone's talking about, and it doesn't work because they say so, and you would think that they'd make this clear. So let me move my little hawk out of the way, and we can actually move this out of the way too. So... it's not that I don't agree. I just don't like how it's being handled. So these 2 cards... Oh, never mind. We dropped it. There we go. We'll just do this. These 2 cards, they don't work together. Rules is written? Yes, they do. But we had D-Yoon. We've vouched for his honor before, and then all of a sudden he redacted what he said. No shame on him, because... every time that happens, it reflects poorly on him because he's the spokesperson for judges most of the time, but shame on whomever told him the wrong information when it came to Hera. Or maybe he misheard something. I don't know. He is now saying AMG says these 2 cards don't work together. That may change. Best I can do.
Until we hear from AMG themselves, it's a judge's call. Now,
I,
if the judges want to get together and say you got 20 judges and 15 of them want to do that and 5 don't, well, the 5 that don't want to do that can do what they want.
true.
It all depends on, I'm sorry, the TO.
And like most of the time, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Let's just all be friends. But it's like you write this stuff, and it works. You see that it works
Yep.
because it's Hondo is you choose 2 ships, doesn't matter. They just have to be friendly and in range 1 to 3 of each other. You coordinate to one, you jam the other. So if you coordinate to one and you use Protector Gleb, that's going to give you a stress token. And then it's after you coordinate, because this is coordinate, you may transfer 1 orange or red token to that ship you coordinated. For all intent and purposes, this should work. But AMG sees that it's not good for the game and is declaring...
No, AMG has not said anything.
True. Actually, true. AMG has not said anything. So, honestly, to each their own.
He's a great guy. Nice. And he's knowledgeable. But until AMG comes forward and clarifies things, I have to go by what the card says.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. What if all of a sudden AMG says it does work? How badly does he look? Because then that's 2 strikes on him. At that point, I'm going to reach out to him as a friend and be like, just don't. It's not worth it. You're just going to make yourself look bad for their incompetence if they're telling you the wrong information.
Yeah. If somebody's giving you wrong information and you're passing it on to us, thank you for doing what you think is right.
Yeah.
But stop doing it because it's not right information. And if it's not right information, you're hurting my game.
And I know for the people who watch this channel, I've seen the comments to where you guys are like, don't you have any idea of which way? We don't. We really don't. We wish I could, like, we're trying to get a spokesperson to talk to us as well so that we can get to, declaring. But I'm treading on light feet if that day comes to where they're like, oh, hey, by the way, this is supposed to work this way. And I'll be like, okay, but I'm going to put, like, quotation marks when I talk about it because it may change. They might all of a sudden just change their mind and be like, you know what, we tested it. It works. It's fine. Yeah, passing off 1 stress token to another ship is not that bad. Especially since you're coordinating and giving another action to somebody else. Especially since coordination works at only range 1 to 2. So even if you coordinate with Hondo at range 3, I guess you'd still be able to transfer it. But again, it's one of those finicky things.
Yep.
So that's all we've got.
And it's all going to depend. Literally, it's all going to depend on how somebody's going to rule it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's going to be how...
And that's going to be a competition. And if you want to try this out and you're on your kitchen table and you say to your buddy, dude, I want to try it out this way.
Yeah.
And your buddy goes, sure, okay, because you're playing on your kitchen table, which, by the way, AMG really likes people playing on their kitchen table.
Absolutely.
They like people who are casual playing the game.
Yeah.
They've said so.
Exactly. So for the people that want us to tell you how you should rule that, I mean, rules is written, it should work, but now we have a judge who says he has a contact over at AMG saying it doesn't. That's the best we can do right now.
So I know this guy who says from this other guy that he's got this information.
Because if that's the case, why not put out a statement on multiple things to where you can just then declare it? Because there are AMG's new at this, I know, when it comes to this game. Some of the developers did go over with them, so it's not like they wouldn't have that information on hand.
Right.
But play as you go. Decide before you start playing. And that's the other thing. If nobody's using that combination, don't bring it up. Don't ask how it works because that's just going to upset the judge. Because
and don't sandbag.
Yeah, don't sandbag. That's the other thing. Hey, how does Hondo and blah, blah, blah. And don't get the judge to say something if nobody's using it because then you're going to try to use that judge's word to say, see, the judge says it works. It's like, yeah, that's not the same. But before we just ramble on, thank you guys. We enjoyed unboxing 9 ships from 3 different factions.
in one day.
In one day. So we're going to edit this down as best we can. You guys can watch it, look at the beautiful ships all zoomed in and up close and personal. Because
Yep.
I know some of you have not gotten your ships yet, even if you did order them, or if you haven't ordered them yet. Here's a real good look at them because we like the up close and personal shots.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to listen to our strategies or anything like that, but you definitely want the close up of the ships.
But yeah, you're going to be impressed with them with the mods and everything that they've done with them. One thing I am going to say at the end of this, Patrick.
What?
Thank you, patrons of us.
Yes, 100%.
You guys make this happen, and we greatly appreciate your guys' help with everything that you help us do. Without you guys, we're not doing this stuff. So, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to go over to our Patreon page, it's over at Recon Specialist TV. We give away as many prizes as we can, and we always have more prizes in the works. And we always usually give out something, at the end of the year.
And at the end of the year, it's something big.
Usually.
and I mean, not small,
Yeah.
but big.
Usually big.
Big.
We like to give out as much as we get.
Yep.
But thank you so much. Please click the like, subscribe, and share button below. If you click on the description down below, there's links to everything. Our Facebook pages, our Instagram account, I think our Twitter, our Discord channel. You can join it as well and talk to us, through text, or you can join one of the rooms when we're in them and talk to us personally. We're not shy people. We're not elites. We're not, the top cut.
Very approachable.
Yes, we're very approachable. You can even message me on Facebook. You can even email us at reconspecialisttv@gmail.com, or you can email us at recontokens.com. Why Recon Tokens? Because that's where we sell stuff. So let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, so that's our YouTube. We play Armada, Aliens. There's our Recon Token store. You can go and visit any of that. Ignore the Aces High. That's what we played last time. But we also do Flight Group Alpha, tanks, epic, tutorials, you name it, we do it. So
Memoir 44 coming soon. Yeah. Aliens we've done. Yeah.
We just got Street Fighter that we're going to be playing. We do Zombie Side. We do the World of Tanks, as I just said. I even have Evil Dead 2 sitting back here. I have yet to bust it open because I have no one that I can play with because COVID. Oh, and that is like one of the...
That's such a standard answer for everything right now. You didn't do that.
It's such a good game. It's a cutthroat game. Basically, you go in as a group and fight monsters, and then if one of your characters dies, it becomes a monster, and now it's playing against you. It's hilarious.
Love it.
It's like Munchkin on crack. But yeah, there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you again, and please have a good one.
See ya.
Later.